What's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we're continuing my 2022 year-end top 10s, and we are finishing it. This is going to be my last video. It's going to discuss my number one heavyweight in the world right now, the undefeated WBC champion Tyson Fury, and I will discuss the state of the heavyweight division as we head into 2023. So, number one, Tyson Fury, he retains that championship, that status. He was number one coming into the year. He was the reigning WBC champ. He was coming off of that awesome fight of the year and knockout of the year candidate over Deontay Wilder in their third fight as he held on to the belt. He's coming into this year hoping to just continue to press himself. He was contemplating retirement earlier in the year. He would take on Dillian White in a mandatory fight, a big domestic fight, and he would, pretty much dominate Dillian White. Landed a big uppercut in the 6th round and laid him out. And that was all she wrote as he retained his title. After that, he wanted to see what was going to happen. He said he was retired, and then, but he would not relinquish and give the WBC notice that he was going to be giving up the belt. And he was really waiting around to see what happened with Usyk and Joshua in their rematch. After Usyk won and held the belts, Fury wanted to become undisputed. And then, so he signed on to fight Derek Chisora in a third fight because he was looking for an opponent for December. It was too close for Usyk after the Joshua rematch, and Joshua didn't want to fight either. The fight didn't get made. So he ended up fighting Derek Chisora for a third time after beating him damn near a decade ago, 2 times. I think he beat him in 2012 and 2014. But he took on the veteran Chisora because Chisora was willing to fight him. They're actually good friends. And, just to stay busy. And he announced that he's going to continue fighting, that this is this is what he's addicted to. He loves boxing and it's keeping him busy. And he wants to stay in action. So he's going to keep pushing forward and defending his belts. And he would end up knocking out Chisora in the third fight, stopped him in 10. And now is looking at a potential undisputed title fight in the first part of the year, first few months. The word is that him and Usyk have already agreed to the fight. They're just looking for a location and hammering out all the details. As of right now, every one of the belts, all 4 of the titles that are held between these two fighters, is going to have a mandatory due. So Fury's going in the favorite. I think he's going to beat Usyk and retain and become the undisputed champion. After that, I think there's a strong chance that he's going to hold on to maybe 2, but at least 1 belt. And I think the belt he's going to hold on to is the WBC title. The reason why is Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz are fighting for the interim belt. The winner is going to be mandatory to the WBC title. And I don't think there's a bigger title fight out there, or title defense, or mandatory, than the winner of that fight, which most people feel, myself included, that it's going to be Deontay Wilder. But even if it's Andy Ruiz Jr., if Ruiz beats Wilder, and Fury beat Wilder twice, and Ruiz is a big name, big Mexican name, and he's also a former unified champ, he beat Joshua, there's not a bigger fight for Fury to take outside of Joshua, which I think he would want to take on Joshua. I think at some point he wants to fight Anthony Joshua. But I don't think that fight's going to go down this year. I think Joshua is going to beat Dillian White and then probably go after one of the belts that Fury gives up, because Daniel Dubois is going to be upgraded from regular champ to full WBA champion. Joe Joyce is going to be upgraded from interim WBO champ to the WBO champ, because I don't think Fury is going to fight either one of those guys. And then Filip Hrgović is also going to be, he'll probably fight for the vacant IBF title if he's not already the interim champion and getting upgraded to full champ in the second half of the year. So Fury, in my opinion, is likely to fight the winner of Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz Jr. But Fury said he wants to fight 3 times. I think there's a possibility that if the fight with Usyk is close, or if he loses, that a rematch is going to take place in the summer. And then if Fury comes out of that, you know, then I think he's going to look at potentially either Wilder, the winner of Wilder Ruiz, or Anthony Joshua. I don't think he's going to look at Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois, or Filip Hrgovic for the other 3 belts. So Fury, by the end of the year, is going to have won the undisputed title, given at least 2 of the belts up. I think he's going to give up 3 of them, and he'll still be the WBC champ by the end of the year and the heavyweight king. And I think, well, that granted he beats Wilder, which he's beaten him twice. Yes, Wilder can land a punch out of nowhere and beat him too, but I think Fury probably beats him again. And then there's a potential showdown early in 2024 for Fury and Anthony Joshua, you know, to compete. So a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things got to happen, but Tyson Fury really can dictate terms, and don't be surprised if you see him fight 3 times. I think there's a strong potential for him to fight, fight 3 times. He might even, after Usyk, he might wait around and say, hey, I'll fight Hrgovic and get this fool out of the way right now, or I'll fight Dubois and get him out of the way as a mandatory to hold on to that belt, and then I'll fight my WBC mandatory late in the year or something. So it really, Tyson Fury makes boxing fun, and he's always exciting to see what he does and see him fight, period. So really looking forward to seeing what he decides to do and when he's going to do it. And that's it. That's what I got on him. But rolling that into the state of the heavyweight division. Heavyweights the division is close to turning over. You have the older guard in Fury, Wilder, Joshua, the 3-headed monster that's been running the show the last few years. You got Usyk sitting there too, also 35 years old and older. Tyson Fury's 34 now. He's 33-0-1, 24 knockouts. So, these guys, I think Joshua is the youngest of that foursome, and he's 33. Andy Ruiz Jr. is 32. Joe Joyce is 37. Actually, Andy Ruiz is 33. Luis Ortiz is 42. You got an older division outside of like Daniel Dubois. So this division's ready to turn over its championships. And I think it's going to be an exciting year because I really believe Fury beats Usyk, potentially fights him in a rematch, and then probably fights the winner of Wilder and Ruiz. That's going to happen in the first half of the year. Then I think Daniel Dubois is going to fight Michael Hunter and be upgraded to WBA champ. And I think there's a strong chance Dubois fights Anthony Joshua in the second half of the year. Then you have the IBF belt. It's going to be interesting to see who Hrgovic goes after the title with. I think potentially he could fight Joshua too. I think that's a possibility. And then also the WBO belt, Joe Joyce likely going to stay busy in the first half of the year, and then second half of the year he'll be upgraded to WBO champ. And I think there's potentially a showdown with possibly Anthony Joshua or Daniel Dubois to unify belts. There's a lot of moving pieces, and it's going to be an exciting year for boxing as we see some new faces grab a hold of the world titles. We're going to get some good ass fights from the heavyweights and big fights, and you really want to pay attention. 2023 is going to be a great year for boxing, and the heavyweight division, in my opinion, is really going to lead the way in terms of major fights. So make sure you're watching, make sure you're paying attention. That's it. That's what I got. That's my 2022 year-end top 10s as I finished all of the videos with the #1 heavyweight in the world, the undefeated WBC champion, Tyson Fury, and the state of the heavyweight division. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed all my top 10s. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.